Hello, it's Michelle. Welcome to day 11 of our mini art journal adventure, the Advent series. And today we're reading on day 11. The reading is about the candles. In the 1600s, the British conquered Ireland and implemented harsh laws that affected Irishmen. The British even drove out the religious leaders and warned them never to return. However, on Christmas Eve, Irish families of faith would place 3 candles in their windows to represent Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. These signaled to a traveling priest that the doors were unlocked and he would be welcome to come in, share a meal with the family, and celebrate Christmas. John 1:5 says, "The light shines in darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." Believers understood that no matter how powerful their oppressors were, they could not wipe out the light of Jesus. And the takeaway for today is light a candle in your home and think about the ways that you can stand firm in your faith, even when you are facing challenges. Okay, so the candles. I like that. That's a nice story. 3 candles representing Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. And that was a symbol and signaled that it was a safe place to be to celebrate Christmas. Alrighty, so here we go. I have prepared a little bit. Oh, yesterday, day 10, I wanted to show you, after the video was over, I finished my angel. I knew something was missing. She didn't have arms, so she got arms. She got some arms. So on to day 11, and I have I'm going to paint a candle today, and these are the tools that I plan to use: a flat, a script liner, a flat bristle. This one's a flat nylon, a script liner, a flat bristle, and my palette knife for mixing. Yesterday's painting was a palette knife painting, and these are chalk and chalk pastels to do my sketching with. You don't want oils for this, you want chalk. Or a pencil, or pencil crayon, or watercolor pencil, whatever you have handy. I'll leave that at that for a minute. And I've also squirted my paints onto my Stay Wet palette this time. So I have my colors here ready, and I have my gesso, my yellows, a warm and cool reds, a warmer blue, which is ultramarine, and a phthalo blue, which is a cooler blue, black and white. So those are the colors on my palette. I want you to be able to see. I don't like my water over where I'm painting so that I don't drip. You don't have to see my water. I do want you to be able to see my paint palette though. There we go. All right. And these tend to get dirty, so I can just wipe the chalk on there to get it clean. That'll give me a start. If your paper that you're using is thin or not good watercolor or mixed media paper, a coat of gesso will help. If you don't have gesso, any paint, a coat of paint to seal it first, and then you can paint from there. Will help the colors that you're putting on over top from absorbing in and making your paint pill. The paint doesn't pill, the paper will pill. So you can see how the chalk, it is water soluble. So that's why you want to use a chalk pastel, not oil. Oil will resist water, like oil and water don't mix. So you want to use chalk. I want to do a dark background. So a nice color to use, if my candle's going to be, so the flame will be orange or yellow orange, the opposite on the wheel, or its complement color, would be blue, violet, or blue. So I'm going to stay in the blue tones for the background. So closer to my heat of the flame, I'll be using my warmer blue, and maybe heading out to the cooler blues to the outside. I might put a little bit of purpley reddy color in there. We'll see what happens as I get painting. Well, that's the plan to start with. We will see. We'll see how it goes. I often paint without a plan unless I'm doing a commission piece, or if I'm following, a picture, or on plein air painting outdoors, looking at something. So it's nice to in these small pieces, and I'm trying to also to complete the painting quickly. I have yet to learn video editing or have someone to do that for me. So you get what you get on these. These aren't really so much teaching videos, but not intended for teaching videos, more so just to keep me accountable, to have you join in if you are interested, and to share the story of Advent. And today's Sunday, and at church today we learned about peace. We talked about peace. So I like the idea that this candle for me will represent peace, a peaceful heart. Definitely the mixed media paper behaves differently than canvas, which is my preferred support for painting. I really feel the paper absorbing, sucking in the paint. This is a new paint that I want to try out as well. Not sure that I'm a fan, or is it my paper? Definitely will be 2 coats. So yeah, I can't believe we're on day 11 already. I was hoping by halfway I would have sorted out a few more things about videoing and editing and that kind of thing. But I have not had the opportunity to do that yet. I'm still heavy into some book work, so it will come. Or the right person will come along to help me, to show me. tiny space. I think I need a smaller brush here. I want to have some drippies going down. Painting small has its challenges as well. So thank you to my friends who have joined in on these and have sent comments. You've given me the inspiration and the, what's the word? The desire, I guess, to open up my studio again and start back to teaching. So will be advertising those on my page, on my art page on Facebook, and otherwise you can get that information by emailing me. If you're in the area, and if you're in the area, you know. If you know, you know. Does anyone light candles for Advent? That's another I shouldn't try and talk and paint at the same time. Now I know why people do that, over talk, whatever it's called. Talk over? Over talk? Voiceover. It's called voiceover. I really should have lit a candle and studied it first. So if anybody's wondering, this is a called a Stay Wet palette that I'm using. And you can purchase them at most art supply shops. And what it is underneath is a wet towel. I use thick plastic on top, and I like to use a mid-tone underneath. So when I'm mixing my colors, I know what my tonal value is. And it has a lid, and the towel underneath is wet. So then you put your lid on it when you walk away from your paints, and it keeps your paints can be wet for a week, so you're not wasting. I don't know if you can read that. Stay Wet palette. I bought mine from Curry's in Hamilton. But Curry's online, you can order them. And I'm sure at most art supply shops you could find them. And I haven't been squirting out much paint, but I don't like to waste, well, anything if I can help it, but certainly not my precious paints. And what you can also use is any kind of plate or anything like that. And then when you walk away, I like to give my paints a little mist. So I have just like a little water bottle here, and I give them a little mist, and that helps to keep them moist. Oh, so sorry. Yeah, so you can put yours on a plate and then mist them and then cover them. So cover them with saran or put them in a plastic sealed Ziploc And if you put a wet paper, either a wet paper towel or preferably a little piece of wet sponge in there, that helps to keep your paints wet as well. It's fun to watch painting develop, isn't it? So remember, with your stiff brush here, you can make these lines soft. I don't want to stripe here, I just want to glow. And this is phthalo blue. It's a cooler blue, so I'm using it further away. And the acrylics do dry fast, so if you work in a smaller area, you have a better chance of blending. So you need to be a little wet to blend. So I'm using the ultramarine blue closer to the candle where the warmth is. It's a warmer blue. It has some red in it. This blue is typically a cool color, but ultramarine blue is a warmer blue. And that phthalo blue is a strong blue. She takes over. I want some purpley colors too. I'm just, and then thinking about color. Purple to me is royalty, and Jesus is king. Now to blend that, to get rid of that line, I'm going to want to jump into a little bit of my gesso because what, ladies? Gesso is my friend. Did you say it with me? It's been a while, right? I am a self-taught artist. I'm not really keen on the term self-taught because I did have, of course, some art in school as a child, and then trial and error, I guess, would be the self-teaching. But you learn from other artists, watching, and from the masters. So they taught me. And I've been blessed with a gift. It's not my own doing, that's for sure. Some of the paintings, you know, when you complete it, you look at it and you think, how did I do that? And it wasn't me. Okay, I'm just going to warm that up a bit. I want to make an orange. So some yellow and some warm red. And that's orange, but I'd like it to be a little lighter. What's nice about this too, on this plastic, I can scrape back these little color mixes that I've made and after, and then I don't have to keep changing the support that I'm using to put the paints on and mix the paints. Yellow is a tricky color to paint with. Just takes some getting used to. Not sure about this dark line that I put in there. So there was a second verse that went with the reading today. I'll just read that to you. This is why I remind you to fan into flames the spiritual gift God gave you when I laid my hands on you. For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline. So what gifts do you have that God has given you? Okay. I think I'm going to call that finished. Little highlight here. Alrighty. So, the candles. So I hope you enjoyed watching this today, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I hope you're following along. Please hit subscribe, the like button, and share. And I guess there's a bell that you can click on as well, and that gives you notifications of any new videos that come up that I'll be doing. So I'm hoping to keep up with doing, well, definitely you'll see me for the rest of this Advent series, but hoping to continue adding content to my YouTube channel after. And I don't know, who knows? We'll see. We'll see where I am led to go. And that is where you will find me. Okay, thank you very much. Have a super day or evening wherever you're at. And I look forward to sharing with you again tomorrow. That was day 11.